Throw it down, big man.
Welcome everybody back to Throw It Down Big Fella podcast. We have made it, you guys, almost to week one. Well, technically almost. We're in the second half of the Rams and Detroit game. Detroit's up 17-3. And of course, we have our Monday night football game tomorrow night, the Jets and the 49ers. But I'm here, you guys, to give you so far the NFL week one reaction, what I'm feeling, just a lot of things going on, and a little bit of college football as well. But before I get into all that, you guys, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, like it, love it, follow me on Instagram at Throw It Down Big Fella Pod. Subscribe to this YouTube channel at Throw It Down Big Fella Pod, Big Fella. I'm sorry, and show this podcast some love. All right, you guys. Without further ado, let me get into what I saw today. Of course, it started Thursday night. Let me rewind a little bit to Thursday night with Kansas City and Baltimore. Great game, great finish. Lamar Jackson should have probably finished the game. Probably should have. That throw, he overthrew Zay Flowers. He overthrew Isaiah Likely. It was still a good game. I mean, Lamar, he lost some weight. He looks good. He was really the only offense they had. They kept them in the game for so long. Just a great ending, like I said. It was by a toe. Isaiah Likely's toe. If he wore a size 12 instead of a size 14 that he wears, it probably would have. I think John Harbaugh was going to go for 2 anyway. I believe Jim Harbaugh was going to go for 2. I said Jim was going to go for 2 anyway, but it would have been a unbelievable ending to it anyway. But it was still a great game. The Chiefs, Super Bowl champions, defended home turf. They lost the game last year to Detroit, but they regained themselves this year by beating Baltimore 27-20. That was a good game. Friday night, the Philadelphia Eagles. A lot of things to be desired. Of course, they played St. Pablo, Brazil against the Green Bay Packers. Jalen Hurts threw just 2 horrible INTs. Just unexcusable INTs. They found a way still to win the game. Jordan Love, prayers up to Jordan Love. He got an MCL sprain. He'll be out at least 3 to 4 weeks. Might be 5 to 6. We don't know. But his season is not over with. It looked bad. Prayers up to for Jordan Love. They need to leave Jalen Carter alone. I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't see it to being 230. Being an unfortunate injury. And Jalen Carter doesn't have a evil bone in his body. I think it was just a freak accident, freak play. It was just very unfortunate that Jordan Love happened on the second to last play. Malik Willis, former Titan quarterback, got in the game. It was a good game. I do wish, though, the NFL, please, NFL, just don't have any more games in Brazil. Just let's not do that no more. Let's not play with this no more. Like, they were slipping and sliding the entire game. They had no feel for the game, no feel for the field at all. It's a soccer field. It's very dangerous. I just wish that they would be on a regular football field, regular football turf, like they are mostly Sundays and Monday and possibly and Thursday as well, but not in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Nice place, probably a wonderful fan base, but I just wish they would play at a regular football field instead of a soccer field. And you could just tell a lot of slipping and sliding. Christian Watson slipped and slid. Saquon Barkley slipped and slid. He had a great first game, Saquon. You put offensive line with Saquon Barkley, look out. Just the explosiveness that he had, A.J. Brown as well. Philadelphia Eagles, when they get rolling, and this is their first game, a lot of new schemes with Kellen Moore, the offensive coordinator, Nick Fagel, the new defensive coordinator. They have a lot of different schemes. It's just totally different. But when they get it going, they get it going. And they're a very, very dangerous team. One of the dangerous teams. There's a couple more dangerous teams. I'm looking at one right now. Detroit, just but I'm gonna get to them a little later. Let me see. Okay, let's get to Sunday's games. Oh, let me get to before Sunday. There's a lot of news that happened prior to the Sunday games, starting with Tyreek Hill, I'm sorry, getting arrested and detained and being forced down to the ground with handcuffs on. Prior to the game, it was probably like a mile or two away from the Hard Rock Cafe Stadium in Miami. Just crazy off a traffic violation. Absolutely nuts. He went on, like I said, proceeded to hit a touchdown, did the handcuff celebration. I knew that was coming. I was like, oh, he about to do a handcuff celebration behind his back. Classic Tyreek Hill. After the game, of course, they came back. They were down 14 points, thanks in large part to Travis Etienne. He fumbled at the 1 yard line. They could have been up, I think, 24-10 instead of 17-10. Changed the whole momentum around, and they won thanks to Sanders, his game-winning field goal. Tyreek Hill, after the game, basically said, "What if I wasn't Tyreek Hill? How would what would happen then?" And he has a very, very, very valid point. And I'll say this: I mean, he also said that he respects police officers, he respects the law, he respects them. He wanted to be a sheriff. He respects all that. And I 1,000% agree with Tyreek Hill. I respect the police as well too. I mean, they get a bad rap, most of them, but they're here to serve and protect our country. I respect them. I respect our military, armed forces, all those that have put their lifeline to protect and serve this country. I salute you all very much. But like you said, just because there's like one bad apple in the group, and I feel like for the police force or any job that you do or anything in general, there's always a couple bad people that are just like, oh, why are they here? Why are they part of this group? And I feel like for Tyreek Hill to say that and keep it classy, keep it respectable at the same time, show love and respect to the police officers and to his teammates for coming there and supporting them and all that, getting them out of there, for him to come back to the game and play. It shows a lot of gratitude and respect that Tyreek has to his team, to the Miami Dolphins. So that was very interesting, that story that came out prior to the game. Also, Dak Prescott is the highest paid player in NFL history. I just I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wow. I thought Dak was going to play this season without a contract. I thought he was gonna. I don't know. I thought they were just gonna wait out to next year and be like, oh, Dak is angry. Look out, you guys. It's gonna be a 5,000 yards. Now he's got his money now. Now that he's happy, he's content for the next 4 years. What's left now for the Cowboys is Michael Parsons, which I assume he's next. He's definitely going to be next. He played good. He didn't play bad this game. He didn't play off of like a wall level, but he was they played the Cleveland Doodoo Browns, which I'm gonna get to later. They didn't really need that much from him today. But shout out to Dak Prescott getting his money. He's been through a lot. Mississippi State, we get it. He's just a good guy. And so congratulations to Dak Prescott for getting his money as well. Also, we know our Super Bowl 59 halftime performer will be Kendrick Lamar, aka K. Dot, Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City. I'm excited. Like K. Dot is a top 5 generational artist. He's the number 1 rapper right now. I feel like it's exciting. It's exciting that Kendrick Lamar is the halftime performer. I can't wait to see what he has in store for New Orleans. Now, I said that the Super Bowl is in New Orleans. People are saying that Lil Wayne should have probably been the Super Bowl halftime performer. I was kind of favoring that. I was like, oh, the Super Bowl's in New Orleans. Let's do Lil Wayne, Cash Money, like da 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 da. I mean, I would like to see that, but I don't blame Kendrick Lamar. I mean, I don't blame it at all. I would have won either way. Lil Wayne, Kendrick Lamar, I would have won either way. It's just it's crazy that Kendrick Lamar is what he is today. He's never on social media. He's never puts himself in the limelight like that. But for him this year, and I believe for the future to come, he's probably gonna have an album coming out. He said on the commercial there is no round two. So I was referring to Drake saying round two is coming up. He said, "Look, I'm ready for all the smoke. I got an album probably coming out. I'm gonna diss you. I'm gonna diss everybody around." What do you guys think? Leave this in the comment section. Should Kendrick Lamar extend an invite to Lil Wayne? Should he take it? And I feel like if Lil Wayne, I mean Kendrick Lamar offers it to Lil Wayne, like, and he takes it, and he's at the Super Bowl with Kendrick Lamar, and you know that Drake and Lil Wayne are like close. I feel like that's like World War II. Like it's a problem. So I mean, but it's the Super Bowl. So it's conflicting. It's like, what do you do? What do you do? So it'd be interesting to see what that plays out. Shout out, like I said, to Kendrick Lamar being the Super Bowl halftime performer. Jay-Z did it again. And I look forward to what K Dot has in store for next year in the NFL and the Super Bowl. All right. If I think of anything else, Jamar Chase is playing without a contract. At some point I thought they were going to get a deal done. That didn't happen. Uh, he's going to play this whole season without a contract. Maybe they give him something within the weeks before. I hope so. But playing without a contract for free and something can happen to Jamal Chase, absolutely wild. Stay tuned for what happens there in Cincinnati. If anything else, Russell Wilson got hurt and Justin Fields came in. So all this news happened before we even had a snap on Sunday. That's how crazy today's today NFL Week 1 is. That just shows it. That just shows it. But all right, let's get to the games, you guys, and let me start with the Tennessee Titans real quick. Some of my friends, Stanley Payne, other people I know, Fred Hart, Fred Yancey. Listen, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry you had to go through this, but they were up 17 points, and Will Levis just gave the game away. And I'm being polite. Will Levis gave the game away. If he's supposed to take that next step, Will Levis, he can't be making those throws that he made. He made a flickering throw, INT, pick six. There was a punt blocked. The Chicago Bears didn't score anything offensively. It was all defensively. They came back down 17 points to score 24 unanswered to win 24-17. Caleb Williams did not even throw for 100 yards. He struggled. He rookied up. It was his first game. Jitters was all out there. Yeah. Tennessee. Better days are coming, I hope. Better days are coming. Although next week you play the New York Jets and Aaron Rodgers is, I don't know. We have to see what Aaron Rodgers is going to be next week. They play tomorrow, so maybe I get a feel on our next episode exactly how Aaron Rodgers is going to look and how he's going to feel. So that'll be interesting to see what the Jets are going to bring to the table when they play the Tennessee Titans next week. But Tennessee defense looks great. Can't take that. I can't take that away from them. But offensively, they need to get it together, or it's going to be another long season for the Tennessee Titans up in Nashville. Other games I was interested in, shocking, matter of fact, the Cincinnati Bengals lost to the New England Patriots outright. They were heavy favorites going in, 8.5, 7.5 point favorite. They looked out of sync. They looked out of shape, out of funk. Joe Burrow didn't look himself. Jamal Chase didn't do all that much. Is it time to push the panic button? I'm not sure yet. I predicted the Bengals preseason to win a division. I had Baltimore. A lot of people had Baltimore winning AFC North. I had Baltimore getting into the playoffs, but I have Cincinnati Bengals winning the division. Not looking so good right now, but Joe Burrow and the company, I think they will get it better. It's just, I don't know. I think the preseason, I think this is a lot of players' mindset. Like, you don't play a lot in the preseason, and then it's just, you got to cut it on, get ready for week 1, and you're just not looking so great. So hopefully they can pick things up. The Buffalo Bills started off slow, and then they picked things up. Josh Allen became Josh Allen, the freak, this human nature guy. He hurt his non-throwing hand, his left hand. That's something to monitor. My fantasy football quarterback, Shout out to Josh Allen just doing his thing. They came back and beat Arizona Cardinals. Like I said, also mentioned earlier, Miami coming back, beating Jacksonville. Uh, Let me think. Let me see what else. The Cowboys, cowboying, beating the doo-doo Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson doesn't look great. Uh, Questions come up on, do you I feel like you can't really just bench Deshaun Watson. You're paying him all that money. So it's more of, okay, Deshaun, get it together. Hopefully you can pick yourself up and get ready for next week, next coming up weeks. Nick Chubb comes back, I think week 5 or 6. It just didn't look great for Cleveland, but they still have time to get it together. And like I said, it's week 1. Lick your wounds, dust yourself off. Like Aaliyah said, dust yourself off and try again. Dallas Cowboys defense, what can I say? Probably the top defense in the NFL. One of the scariest teams in the NFL. Them, Detroit, San Francisco, and I guess my team, Philadelphia. Those are the 4 teams. Bar them. I just can't see anyone. They're still top 3, above my Philadelphia Eagles. So they're gonna be tough. And now Dak got his money. Interesting, interesting. The Carolina Panthers might be one of those years. Bryce Young, it's just not good. I mean, he's trying. I give him valiant effort. They didn't get shut out, but the Saints put up 47 points on them. I mean, what are we doing here? Like, it's just crazy. The Saints, they play the Cowboys next week. That should be another marquee game. Interesting on that. Back to the Cowboys Browns games. Tom Brady, uh, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Probably not one of the best color commentators so far. And I mean, he's probably got some time to do better, get some advice, learn from what he's done. But I haven't heard Tom Brady stutter that much. I guess since he was trying to get Giselle back a couple years ago. Sorry, low blow. I'm sorry, Tom. Yeah, he needs some work to do. It's just, I don't know. I mean, he's a part owner, so I know, like I said, we said on the previous podcast, he can't say certain stuff. He has to keep it. He can't go to the production meetings and all. He has to basically be PC and say and just be a company man, businessman. I get all that, but it's just, if it's going to be like this all season, they need to bring back Greg Olson back and because he was really good. Greg Olson was very knowledgeable. He was very in the game. He was a good, Tom Brady, you got time, I guess. It's your week, here's your debut. So let's see what you got moving forward, color commentary. But if it's gonna go this route, I see it being like Jason Witten. Jason Witten was a Monday Night Football commentator. I don't think he lasted for a season. I kind of see the same thing for Tom Brady, but you got Tom. You're the GOAT. You're the GOAT, Tom. You got it. Anything else that just caught my eye? I'm gonna get into more in-depth stuff, you guys, on Tuesday's episode, as well as previewing next week's NFL Week 1 and college football. See, Jim Harbaugh. Yeah, John Harbaugh. No, I'm sorry, Jim Harbaugh, Chargers coach, going his first game as a Charger. They beat the Raiders. There's a little brawl that happened before game. They don't like each other. I mean, during the fourth quarter, they don't like each other. We all know that. So it was a good win for Jim Harbaugh's first game. I'm gonna get it right. John. They're both coaching in the NFL, you guys. That's so crazy. It's so crazy. The Harbaugh brothers are doing their thing. Uh, if anything else, let me get into college football right quick. Nebraska handled Colorado. Uh, Offensive line is a problem for Colorado. We get that. We saw it all last year. This year, we were just waiting to see. Okay, let's see them play a marquee game, prime time against a good team. We saw it last night. Nebraska didn't look all that great. They play Colorado State at Colorado State next Saturday nights. Let's just see what they're made of. Adversity. Adversity always makes the teams better. Can they overcome it? Can they go through it? Can you go through a wall, pick yourself back, like you said, pick yourself up and try again? Let's see. So, interesting to see moving forward how it plays out for Colorado. What a wild game. Arkansas and Oklahoma State, double overtime. Oklahoma State survived. Surprise, surprise that Arkansas was in the game. Just surprised. And I'm just very, very, very thrilled. Arkansas, like they've been through so much and they got an explosive offense. They were in the game. Oklahoma State, my God, I didn't, which was nobody expected that, but for them to be in the game, kind of should have won the game, but to come up short. Better luck next time, you guys. But I think Arkansas is going to be a fun team to watch all year long. They have the offense to keep it close, uh, the coaching, all that. So it'd be interesting to see what Arkansas is going to do moving forward. I was at the Memphis game against Troy University Saturday morning, this past Saturday morning. Great job. Defense spectacular. Running back Anderson did a good job. Seth Hennigan controlled the game. Now let's see what they can do at Florida State. Tallahassee, Florida, next Saturday. ESPN. Can't wait. I can't wait for that game. Mark Dorville coaching against his former team should be marquee. Alabama beat South Florida, although it was sketchy until the fourth quarter. That's when Roll Tide became Roll Tide, and they did what they were supposed to do. So I'm trying to think of anything else. UT domination NC State, predicted it, called it. If I was a betting person, I would have took Tennessee in the points. They did that. Shout out to UT. Old Miss dominated Old Miss dominated MTSU. And Mississippi State, they were really trailing Arizona State the entire game. They made it, they came back, they were down 24, cut it down to 7, couldn't finish the deal. But kudos Mississippi State going down there and making a fight. Just couldn't get the job done. Better luck next week. They come back home, I believe it's Toledo, early in the morning. Shout out to Mississippi State on that as well. I will, like you said, you guys, our next episode, I'm going to recap more college football, a little bit more, and NFL, and get you ready for NFL Week 2 and also for college football Week 3. They're ahead of NFL by 1 week, you guys. So stay tuned for that as well. If there's anything else, you guys, this will conclude my reaction episode. Great action so far in the NFL. Great start to the NFL Week 1. Like I said, I will be with you guys every Sunday of every week, recapping the great NFL action that's going on. And you guys just continue to follow me, love me, and support me in what I'm doing. I promise to give you all the content in the world and give you pure, raw reaction and get some guests in here as well and get their pure live reaction to that as well. So that will conclude this reaction episode for NFL Week 1 and also for College Football Week 2. Like I said, our next episode, we're going to do a little bit more and then preview the weeks coming up. So for your man, your host, Greg Rufus, for Throw It Down Big Fella Pod, I will see you next time. Please subscribe, like this page at Throw It Down Big Fella Pod, our Instagram, on YouTube, Throw It Down Big Fella Pod. I will see you guys next time. Until then, peace out.
Throw it down, big man.